Today we're going to be making some delicious roasted pumpkin. The first thing you want to do is preheat your oven to 400 degrees. From there, we're going to go ahead and use a potato slicer to peel our butternut squash. Now that my butternut squash is peeled, I'm going to cut it into bite-sized cubes. When you're cutting it into bite-sized cubes, it's best to just slice it. Now that my butternut squash is sliced, before I cut it into cubes, I'm going to pull out the pumpkin seeds and I'm going to put it in this bowl because I don't like to waste, so I'm going to use those later on to roast in the oven and the kids can have them. Today I'm going to be using my cast iron lodge pan, so I'm not going to actually need to be using parchment paper, but if you're going to be using a sheet pan, you're going to want to line it with parchment paper so it's not too big of a mess to clean up. Now that mine are all cut up into bite-sized cubes, I'm going to apply them and I'm going to put them onto my dish. Now that we have our butternut squash on the pan, we're going to go ahead and season it. We'll start off with the olive oil. It's approximately 3 tablespoons of it, or you can just drizzle. Once your olive oil is drizzled on the butternut squash, you're going to go ahead and take 1 teaspoon of the garlic powder. You're going to go ahead and just sprinkle it on top of all of the butternut squash until it's evenly applied. Once you have the garlic powder on, you're going to go ahead and apply the onion powder. And just like the garlic powder, you're going to do the same thing with the onion powder. After the onion powder and the garlic powder has been sprinkled on top of your butternut squash, you're going to take the salt and the pepper and you're going to season to taste. Once you have fully seasoned your butternut squash, you're just going to go ahead and toss it before you put it in the oven. Now that my oven is up to 400, I'm going to go ahead and put my squash in the oven. While we're waiting for the squash to cook, we have 25 minutes. We're going to go ahead and chop our parsley. Instead of taking a whole bunch of parsley, we're only going to use half of the bunch. The best way to chop parsley is just roll it all up into this tight little ball. And then you're going to hold it there and you're going to chop. Now that our parsley is chopped, we're going to check on the squash in the oven and see if it's finished. Poke it with a fork. Oh, it's done. I'm gonna go ahead and pull it out now. I've already sprinkled my feta cheese on top, along with my parsley. If you can't have cheese, go ahead and skip the step with feta cheese and just add the parsley. It's delicious either way. And there you have it. There's your delicious roasted pumpkin. Easy, fast, and delicious.